Take a very close look at the surface of this skin. You're watching years of stubborn, dark hyperpigmentation fading at a microscopic level, revealing clear, healthy tissue underneath. Reaching this level of clarity requires a precise shift in how we approach the skin's internal repair cycle. Most people reach for expensive, synthetically engineered bleaching creams. They assume that if a cream burns or irritates, it must be doing its job. But those aggressive synthetic chemicals routinely fail. They strip the skin barrier, trigger deep cellular inflammation, and force your cells to produce even more melanin as a panic defense mechanism. You end up creating more of the exact pigmentation you were trying to remove. When we apply specific biological compounds in the correct order, we can influence how the skin metabolizes existing pigment and regulates new production. We rely on deeply penetrating enzymatic reactions to break down clusters of melanin. Make sure to watch through to the end, because missing a single step in this formulation process can lead to uneven skin staining. Before we mix anything, we need to gather the precise physical tools for this protocol. First, you need a non-reactive mixing vessel, like a small glass or ceramic bowl. Avoid metal because it can oxidize the active compounds. Next, you need a dedicated applicator brush, so we aren't introducing bacteria from our fingertips. Finally, have a gentle pH-neutral cleanser ready to prep the area. Treating dark spots successfully requires working with your body's cellular rhythms. It is an exercise in achieving biological harmony, rather than waging chemical warfare on your face. We are going to formulate a highly active biological compound using a triad of raw materials. First, you need high-quality curcumin powder, sourced from pure turmeric. Second, you need raw, unpasteurized honey. And finally, you need a botanical diluent, specifically pure aloe vera gel, to act as a cooling carrier. You will often see advice online suggesting you add raw lemon juice or pure citric acid to homemade mixtures. That is a critical point of failure. Applying pure, undiluted acidic agents directly to hyperpigmented skin destroys your acid mantle. It leaves your face vulnerable to micro tears and severe chemical burns. To achieve the necessary chemical reaction, these three ingredients must be combined in a specific volumetric ratio. If the balance is off, the active agents remain on the surface rather than penetrating the lipid barrier. This animated diagram shows a microscopic cross-section of skin. Curcumin is highly active at the cellular level. When applied directly, it inhibits the enzymes responsible for overactive melanin production. This allows the skin to stop creating new dark pigment while the current spots begin to fade. To make sure the curcumin stays exactly where we put it, we use raw honey. The honey acts as a sticky binding agent and creates an antibacterial envelope. It locks the curcumin compounds tightly against the targeted cellular area so they can penetrate deeply without evaporating. Now, for the exact measurements, you need exactly 1/8 of a teaspoon of curcumin powder, 1/2 teaspoon of raw honey, and 1 teaspoon of aloe vera. You must adhere to this precise ratio. Adding too much curcumin will overwhelm the binding agents and leave you with yellow skin staining that takes days to wash off. Mix these together in your non-reactive vessel until you reach a very specific tactile consistency. It should feel like a thick, smooth paste. If you hold your brush up and the mixture is a dripping liquid, the formulation is improper. Add a tiny bit more honey to thicken it up until it holds its shape. Strict adherence to these exact formulation ratios ensures that the active compounds can safely bypass the skin's defensive barriers. You get the full pigment fading benefits without triggering inflammation. We use a spot-first targeted application technique. Using your clean applicator brush, dab the paste purely onto the areas of highest density hyperpigmentation first. Do not smear it all over your face yet. We want to concentrate the active enzymes exactly where the melanin is most stubborn. Within a minute or two, you should notice a specific sensory feedback. You will feel a safe, mild enzymatic tingling. It feels slightly warm and active. Contrast this with the painful chemical burning you get from synthetic bleaches. A gentle tingle means the compounds are working. You must now initiate a mandatory 10-minute resting phase. Do not touch your face, do not move the paste. The active compounds require this time to successfully break through the lipid barrier and begin dissolving the dense pigment clusters underneath. Once the 10 minutes are up, we enter a delicate phase, removal. The mechanical danger here is high. If you take a rough towel and aggressively scrub the paste off, the physical friction will cause trauma, and trauma leads to the formation of more dark spots. Instead, we use a specific chemical neutralization tactic. Dip a soft cotton pad into cold whole milk. The natural lactic acid found in milk safely binds to the curcumin. When you gently swipe the cotton pad across your skin, it lifts away the paste and any residual yellow pigment effortlessly, without any scrubbing. The mechanical application and removal phase is a volatile window. Treating your skin gently here ensures the treatment heals the tissue, rather than causing further physical trauma. This is a time-lapse of freshly cleared skin darkening when bombarded by simulated UV radiation. Exposure to intense UV light after an enzymatic treatment is the most common reason for post-treatment failure. Because we just removed surface pigment, the fresh cells underneath are highly sensitive. You must apply broad-spectrum UV-blocking barriers the following morning. If you step outside without sunscreen, the sun will rapidly reverse the enzymatic progress and your dark spots will return. Cellular turnover, the process of shedding old, pigmented cells and replacing them with clear tissue, slows significantly in a dehydrated environment. Maintaining high hydration levels ensures the natural desquamation process has the environment to move treated cells to the surface efficiently. Let's set the correct expectations for this protocol so you know exactly what to look for. At the end of week 1, you will notice an immediate surface brightening as the top layer of dead, pigmented skin sheds. The deep fading of stubborn spots occurs around week 4, as the curcumin suppresses new melanin production over several cellular cycles. Any topical treatment, no matter how perfectly formulated in the bowl, is useless without a rigorous, ongoing environmental defense strategy. Stick with this protocol, and you will reach a stabilized end state. Your skin will no longer be trapped in a cycle of inflammation and hyperpigmentation. The dark patches will fade into a smooth, uniform, and radiant surface that naturally maintains its own clarity. This split-screen diagram directly compares the two states. On the left, we see a distressed, hyperpigmented skin topography struggling with chemical dependency. On the right, we see the results of our protocol, a smooth, stabilized biological structure functioning as it should. Before you mix your first batch of this biological protocol, take a clear, well-lit photograph of your skin. Document your baseline starting point today so you can track your progress. And if you are committed, take a second right now to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your skin type. Once you have faded your dark spots using this method, your next step is to optimize the overall texture and firmness of your newly cleared skin. We have a complete guide covering the methodology for overall skin surface optimization, which you can watch next on the channel. Lasting changes in skin tone are the direct result of consistent, evidence-based chemistry and environmental protection. Applying these biological principles correctly is what leads to the results we've seen today. Follow the science, protect your skin barrier, and I will see you in the next video.